Hello, I'm Lisa from Realisat and I'm sitting here with...
Oliver from Kamelot. Hi guys.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. We're here in Bochum in the Zeche. And this is a little bit like home for me because we played so many times here. Also back then with Doro and Blaze and Sons of Seasons. So I think it's like 15 times I've been here.
I was on your Cologne show. How did you like the tour so far and the gig especially?
Yeah, it's going great. It's only the fourth gig of the tour so far, but it's quite successful and fans are great. So it's a very good start so far.
Forever is one of the songs the fans want you to play again and again, and of course they're singing with you. Is it still a special thing or got it boring?
Well, Forever is one of the Camelot classics, and we have this sing-along middle part, and so we can interact with the crowd a little bit. I mean, it's one of these songs we basically have to play every time because fans would be probably disappointed if it wouldn't happen.
Do you think Thomas Blatt is still young enough to rock the stage?
Well, of course he is. I think, one of the things I like in metal is that there is no really age barrier. You know, you have people of all ages, and he's definitely not. Well, he's still young, so many years ahead.
And I think you are still rocking.
Thank you.
I saw Simone in Cologne backstage. Give it strange to you if your wife is there before a gig?
Yeah, of course she was visiting me because she's living nearby. At least her parents do. Nowadays she lives with me in the south of Germany. And since we don't meet a lot when we're on tour, I'm super happy if she comes around and is visiting. I mean, the point is I have my routine, and there's very little time then to meet during the tour and to talk. You know, I got sound check interviews, VIP meetings, and then the concert. But I'm super happy if family comes around.
I think your keyboard solo this year was a little bit shorter than on the Silvertones tour. How did this come?
There was no keyboard solo.
Okay, but sometimes the light was only on you and you make the introduce.
Yeah.
So.
No, I was free to play another solo. It's just that I played that now for 10 years, and I thought this time I want to have a bit more relaxed tour. So there's just drum solo and nothing else.
Today you have your audience in Bochum. Are you excited?
Always. It's almost dinner time, so I'm totally excited.
What do you think about the German fans in general? Because you are German too.
Yeah, the Germans are a little bit unpredictable, meaning like if in South America, for example, you always have a super energetic crowd, or if in Japan, for example, they're calm. You know, in Germany it can be either super responsive and energetic, or they are pretty calm or listening. You know, attentive. It can be. Germans really can be both sides, so you never know what to expect from us.
Kamelot is from Florida, Tommy is from Sweden, and you are from Germany. How can you handle this?
Lots of flights.
Maybe it's a little bit expensive.
Of course, yeah, it's expensive, but the good thing is, since we're situated on two continents, we can also organize better and save money like this. Like when Thomas is flying over for songwriting, he has a place to stay, you know, or the other way around. So it has advantages, has disadvantages, but I think that multicultural aspect of the band is very important also for the music.
I thought so too, because Sweden is a very metal-intensive land, and also Germany, and in combination with America, does it give you advantage?
Yeah, definitely. The different musical cultures are influencing the music a lot. There's that typical more European metal, and in America you have more that groove-oriented or more modern metal, which is a bit bigger there than the traditional or classical approach to metal, and we melt that in Kamelot. So we bring both worlds together, and I think that's a strong thing about our musical character.
Heaven is after Silverthorn, the second album with Tommy. How does it feel now, and does he get got he really part of the band?
Yeah, he's especially because he's such a super nice guy. He's down to earth. From his other professional background, he's a professional firefighter. So I worked with so many singers in my life, and they're always a bit difficult to handle, you know. But he is, since he has this tough job where he has to be really disciplined, he has no of these. Well, in German you would say Zickerei. It's hard to translate, you know. It's he's really disciplined. He's organized. He's always in a good mood, and this makes it so inspiring to work with him.
The artwork of Heaven is really beautiful. What were your parameters?
Well, we try to reflect the overall statement of the record also in the artwork. So we communicate with the artwork designer a lot. In this case, it's pretty easy. He's one of my best friends from Stuttgart, and he lives nearby. So we're always exchanging ideas. First sketches, it's always going back and forth between the band and Stefan Heilemann, that's his name. And yeah, in the end we create something about what we think is reflecting the album best.
You like girls on the cover, don't you?
Yeah, it's a Kamelot thing. I think there was never a cover without, right? Or the earliest, I'm not even sure. It's a thing that well, our lyrics are about humanity, it's about philosophy, it's social criticism, and I think if you don't have a human being on the cover, it's then not really connected to our music, and a girl is always nicer to look at.
Normally I thought Heaven wouldn't be a concept album, but your music video to Liar Liar continues the story of Insomnia. Was the story just created for the music videos, or was I wrong and it is a full concept album?
It's not a full concept album, but we're talking about our age, about the changes, about the difficulties ahead. So it's loosely connected, but it's not like a full concept album.
Again, you have very good lyrics. How can I understand Fallen Star?
Oh, Fallen Star. Can you ask Tommy? Actually we wrote the lyrics on this one together, but what is the song about? Actually, I don't know. I forgot that. I write so many songs also for other bands, so better ask him. I think he knows because he has to sing it every night.
Which song did you write for Kamelot from the new album?
I was on all songs. It's Thomas Youngblood, it's Tommy, it's me, and Sasha Peit, our producer.
So there's no one who dominates one song. It's all a group project.
Yeah, it's Thomas, of course, is a guitarist, so he has a lot of his riffing in the songs. I'm also writing guitars sometimes, but I approach especially the Kamelot songs from the keyboard point of view. Later I add the orchestrations, then I worked with Tommy on the lyrics, and Sasha worked with everybody, so it's a constant flow, and there's no general hierarchy in songwriting.
Lyrics of End of Innocence and Under Grey Sky, and of course Thomas chose a line for a promotion photo. Should we be more naive?
Should we be about what?
Because some lyrics are about maybe being more naive, dream, and you may call me a dreamer, call me a fool. There are some parts of your work that that makes us sob. Sollten wir mehr naiv sein? Sollten wir naiver sein? To look on the world more like a child.
Yeah,
And,
like more from the approach of a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. It would maybe things make more easy. On the other hand, I have a little son at the age of 2, and I don't know. He likes to destroy things, so I'm not sure if that's a good thing to be more like a child, because childs are also very, it's anarchy. Who is stronger. If I go with him into the kindergarten, it's sometimes pretty tough. So I'm not sure if that's the right approach.
Did he ever listen to your music?
Yeah, and he always starts he either starts dancing or he says I should shut it off. So I'm not sure what exactly he likes. I think he likes the rhythm right now, and then certain things he doesn't like. So he goes Papa Dudu, which means stop.
On Heaven, Alyssa is again. Will there be another cooperation in the future?
No, I can't say. Alyssa was now with us for 2 albums. We always try to add something new, but she's a good friend. She toured with us a lot. She's also a fantastic clean singer, as you can say on Liar Liar. I would be happy if we would cooperate more in the future, but we haven't even started writing for the next album, so I can't really tell.
I think she fits very well to the band.
Yeah, was also fun to tour with her. Yeah.
In the booklet, you choose a lyric line from Veil of Elysium for quotation. Why especially this one?
What did we choose?
A lyric line from Veil of Elysium.
For what? For video?
For the booklet, you have it a quotation.
Okay.
A little.
She knows more than me. Sorry, but those are the things. First of all, yeah, we decided, but sometimes I'm part of that, but that was probably done by Tommy or Thomas, so I can't really tell you why we try to take certain strong quotes from the album, which are great then on the T-shirts or on the booklet, but why specifically that one I can tell you.
In your opinion, what is the special thing about heaven? Did you hit your aim to give a heaven from the world?
Haven is more a place where everybody can retreat from the chaos in the world. Like for me it's music or family. Others have books. Again, I love to read like on tour, and I have a little bit my bubble around me. Whatever, Haven is about that point of retreat, or you can have that inside yourself. So everybody creates his or her own haven, and that's what's the meaning of the album title.
Is there a book you're reading now and you want the followers to read too?
I read basically always Terry Pratchett. It's a writer. It's a fantasy writer. Very intelligent stuff. Unfortunately, he died just recently, and I read so many books at the same time. But Terry Pratchett is always something I can I want everybody to read at least once in his life.
Which one is your favorite song on Heaven and why?
I love Here's to the Fall. Because it's just orchestra and vocals. And the point is, I do a lot of intricate work when I do the orchestrations for the album, but in the mix with the band, it's getting buried. It's not so audible anymore. And in Here's to the Fall, you can really hear the orchestra plus Tommy singing on it, and it's a very special song where I have I composed some kind of unusual chord changes, alterations. And he did a fantastic job on the vocals, so I love the song.
Do you have a funny backstage story?
A funny backstage story? Yeah, I had this interview with a German. We are both Germans, and we're speaking English. That's really funny.
Yeah, that's true. And another funny story is that I hate English.
She didn't say that. It's just that for us Germans, it's not so easy, you know, because of well, we're speaking the same language, right? 800 years ago, it was the same language. So, history. I love history.
Me too. I study it.
Yeah?
Yes.
What specifically?
History.
Just in general.
Yeah, in general.
I'm gonna check that. I test it later.
Oh. What are your future plans with Kamelot?
First of all, this year is all about touring. Next year we start on the next album because it always takes 1.5 to 2 years to finish it. Next year's not so much touring. We plan another tour, some dates like Australia or Asia, and some festivals.
Do you have last words for the fans? And of course, you are able to say it in German if you want.
Oh, Wahnsinn. No, I can continue in English so that our non-Germans also understand it. Well, I'm always saying I'm very proud about the Kamelot fan base because they're really open-minded. We experiment a lot on the albums, bring new influences in, and everybody seems to accept that. Of course, there are discussions going on. Some like it more, some like it less, but I'm very happy that we don't have to deliver the same album over and over, you know, so we can experiment. I have that freedom in music, and I'm really grateful for that.
Thank you very much.